Hi, and welcome to another edition of our reviews, and I'm your host Adam Westgate. Now, we're going to be talking about Bojack Horseman today, so if you haven't seen any of the 6 series, please do not watch on if you don't want to know anything about what happens, so please, this is not spoiler free. Now, also, if you want to comment, like, subscribe, and show the page and the channel some general love, please do, because we are a new channel. It's greatly appreciated. Okay, let's crack on with Bojack Horseman. Now, Bojack Horseman is about a horse who talks in a human and animal world. There's indiscriminately animals around, being certain characters and humans as well. It's never explained why, but it's a lot of fun. However, I will say that when I first was told about this by my best friend, I was like, a horse in his, whatever, don't care. But I gave it 3 episodes, like he said, and probably halfway through the 2nd episode, I was starting to get into it. So, Bojack Horseman is kind of like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air sort of guy, where he was famous in the 90s, but it was through, he was looking after orphans, and he's literally, we see him just watching his DVDs or his videos, and that's what he's doing. He's post-fame. He's still in Hollywood. He still has some name recognition, but he's very much living in the past. He's trying to write a book currently, and he has to have a book writer or a ghostwriter known as Diane come in and say, hey, we got to finish the book because you've taken like 50 billion years to write this, and you keep saying you'll do it, and your publisher's pretty much gone broke. So we start there, and we get to know Bojack a lot better. We get to know how he struggles with his agent, because she's just, oh my God, she's got infinite patience, old Princess Carolyn. So, we meet his friends like Todd, who's Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad, which is a great addition, by the way. And he has good friends around him. I mean, they have problems of their own, but the thing is, they don't bring their crap onto Bojack. So they're good for him overall. Now, Bojack you think of as a sad character that you're like, oh man, you've had a rough childhood, you've had a rough life, you just rough everything. You feel sorry for Bojack, and you go on the ride of him getting sort of back into fame, but seeing the problems he's had with his other cast and characters and people he's worked with. But you get to know how he's not such a great guy, and whilst he's sympathetic and not actually malicious, he creates these situations over and over and over and over again and doesn't help anyone. Like Herb, the person he wrote Horsing Around with, the TV series back in the 90s, which made him famous. He was gay, old Herb. And Bojack didn't protect him, or even attempt to protect him, from being fired just for being gay, because we don't want Herb. That's pretty shitty. So, that's that. He doesn't help his co-stars. I mean, he's literally an enabler for Sarah Lynn, the co-star of Horsing Around, who was a minor. And, you know, in the end, he actually sort of inadvertently helps her die. He also goes to a prom with somebody underage from a former friend and almost has sex with her. Not really being a friend, is it? I mean, there's just such a multitude of them. But he did have a rough upbringing, he did have a lot of problems, and you can see how he ended up with this. But the series itself, you get the wacky episodes where you have like Todd adventures. We haven't even mentioned Mr. Peanut Butter. I mean, he's literally one of his best friends, and Bojack can't stand him because he's so, oh my God, it's just great. Everything's great. I'll walk into a TV series and have my own version of Horsing Around. Oh, hey, Mr. Peanut Butter. And he invests in everything with Todd, and they go off on crazy adventures. And by everything, I mean they invest in everything. Bad, really bad, terribly bad, and everything in between bad. But you have a lot of wacky adventures in Bojack, so really hammy, ridiculous stuff versus serious issues. So you have like alcohol issues, you have drug, usage problems. They go to rehab at one point, and you just see people and their vulnerabilities. Well, addiction's probably the main one, but depression, suicide, other such things you wouldn't expect from a show necessarily, like Bojack. Now, one of the main themes going through Bojack Horseman is that his celebrity status, which becomes, more prominent again as he gets involved in other TV shows that are more current than the 90s show that he was in, they literally, nothing happens to him. He's almost like bulletproof. He says, I can't be hurt. Nothing I do is ever, I'm never called out on it. It's just there's no consequence. So the last series, which is broken up in 2 parts nicely and really well paced, deals with the fact that everything catches up with him, and suddenly people come forward and go, actually this happened. You have a tenacious reporter and her helper work it out and go, this happened, Sarah Lynn died. Where were you when Sarah Lynn died? Oh, funny that, you actually supplied the drugs that killed Sarah Lynn. Ah, so you got to know someone in New Mexico, one of your former friends, and you got to know her daughter was underage. Ha, funny that. And Bojack is basically, he's brought to task. He's just gone, what are you doing? Here's all your crap. He even tries to get over it by having a TV interview, and then he does another TV interview and makes it worse because new information comes to light. So he's even offered an out. He's even given an out. He just can't help himself. Should have listened to his agent. But in the end, the great thing about this series is that Bojack neither gets what he wants, so no happy ending, and he doesn't have a really bad ending because he doesn't die, he doesn't kill himself, he doesn't end up in prison forever. He sort of has a meh ending. It's like, oh, well, I'm not in prison, I'm not dead, but I haven't really got what I want. And his friends around him pretty much get what they want in life. They achieve their dreams, they get over their issues. It's fantastic to see them do that. And it's fantastic to see a TV series think about exactly where it should go and not just, right, is he dead? Okay, no. Or we could have an affair or a love thing with his writer who he's been following around, the writer Diane, who is sort of exactly like Bojack in a lot of ways, maybe a bit less destructive, but she's similar. No, because those two were, I would say, the main characters throughout the whole thing. They didn't have, you know, like intimate relations in the series. Great, no more lazy writing. So I love that fact about Bojack, the ending, which is obviously something with a few series recently that I haven't liked about the endings. I'll let you write in the comments. I'll let you say what I'm talking about. I won't go into it now, so you'll have to guess. But Bojack Horseman, 2 thumbs up. Loved it. Serious, ridiculous, just everything in between. In a world where animals are with humans and it's never explained why that's the case, who's what, for what reason. But the madness works. So, 2 thumbs up as I said. Bojack Horseman, fantastic. I've been Adam Westgate. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you can. As I said before, we'd appreciate that. Thank you for watching. See you soon.